Sure, I'll kick it off. I guess as firstly for either of you guys, I guess the press and news over the past 12 hours was that injury to Simon Koroibete, just an initial reaction to that and sort of how big of a loss he could be heading forward.
Yeah, obviously disappointed for Samu. I had a chat with him just before. I guess for him it's getting his body right, getting surgery, and then getting into rehab. So very disappointed for Samu, but I know he's gonna the type of person he is, and he's gonna bounce back and be right for next year.
So you really seem to form a really good combo with him, particularly throughout the Rugby Championship and into this England series. I was just wondering, working alongside him, what you might have picked up to improve your own game.
Yeah, it was awesome to play with Samu in the first game, and then a few games last year. The kind of player he is. He's direct, and then for me, it's more just playing off that kind of ball that Samu produces, which is go forward and just reacting and playing on top there. So that's something that I kind of took out from playing with Samu.
I guess over this past month, this has almost become a normality with sort of injury after injury that particularly hit during that England series. How do you sort of go about staying composed and being able to just kind of continue building those combinations when it's been so sort of chop change with all the people that have been ruled out over the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, I guess it's been pretty disappointing for the boys that have been getting injured, but for us it's next man in kind of mentality, and for us it's just next man in and doing your job there. So.
I was going to say, you talk about that next man in attitude. I mean, in terms of that inside centre, you have Hunter, you have Ira, you have Lalakai. How have you sort of seen those combinations and kind of potentially working with them as that 12-3 combination?
Yeah, I think it's been good. I think it's been good. Each of those boys bring different, games, and I've played with E for the last couple of years now at the Brums. I've played with Hunter before on spring tour, and then La's a heck of a talent, and he can bring what he brings to the table. So it'll be interesting to see what happens for selection.
Len, can I ask you, when you were missing for a couple of games from the starting lineup, last year flowed perfectly. He played every game pretty much, got a good flow. Does it change the way you prepare a little bit, just being in, being out? I guess you had a suspension a little while back. Does it change anything with you?
No, I don't think so. I had a little calf injury going into the second game, and I just didn't want to risk it and make it worse. And then I got a few minutes off the bench there in the third test, but nothing really changes for me, whether I'm in the team or not. So.
Mm-hmm. What did you learn playing Argentina last year, and how, I guess, has Dave warned you that they might be slightly different in the way they play this year, or what you've observed from video? What's your warning about how good Argentina might be?
Yeah, obviously last year we played them. We won both games, but we know that they're a different type of team. We've watched some footage of them, the way they counter. They don't really kick as much as they used to compared to recent years, but we know that they're going to be dangerous from all over the park. So I guess for us it's fronting up in defence and just staying switched on. So.
Mm-hmm. Some would say that some seasons, the first matches of the Rugby Championship are 2 games against the All Blacks, so the Rugby Championship's almost gone before it starts. In some this year, you could perhaps have the perfect draw, play 2 against Argentina, 2 against South Africa, then the All Blacks, so you've got a nice build-up. Do the players see that as a really good opportunity to really build through the championship and have some good form before you come against the All Blacks?
Yeah, I guess for us, it's taking it game by game. But as we look at the schedule, 2 games against Argentina, which is going to be a very tough 2 games, and then against the world champs South Africa and Australia. I guess they're build-up games for us. And I guess for us as a team, we need to play the footy that we know we can play, and keep building on it every week. So, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Len.
Guys, Marika's here. If you guys want to answer Marika some questions.
Marika, how's your Spanish?
No good, mate. No good.
He just said hola.
That was impressive. Yeah, we'll quote him as saying hola. Marika, you played some very good football against England. What was it like for you? You said you were committed to Australia and then come back and actually be in the team and play well. What's your feeling when you come back into the Wallaby squad?
No, just the environment. The good bunch of lads we love to play with, and representing Australia as well as a whole. Yeah, good to be back in the environment and play with some young talented player coming up. Yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of some of your other wingers, like Tom Wright, how he's improved? And I guess Andrew Kellaway improved a lot last year. He's not on the tour, but say someone like Tom Wright, how do you, and Geordie, how do you like seeing them improve? And how do you think they have improved?
Yeah, it was good. They've been improved a lot for the last couple of years. Unfortunately for Geordie, got a few niggles on him, concussed on the England test. Yeah, for Wright, he came in when Kels got injured, and he came in and did a pretty good job, and he's been best players for the last 2 games against England, and yeah, it was pretty good to see him progress.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is a long-range question, but are you excited to still be in the team and playing very well for the next World Cup in France?
Yeah, it's a long, yeah, as you said, it's a long way ahead, but yeah, would love to if I got selected, and yeah, would love to. It's up to the selectors.
Your first pick, didn't you?
You're a strong family man. Can you tell us how you find it being in Argentina with a young family back home? How do you deal with that? And are you a master of Skype or Zoom, or how do you put your face in front of your kids? Say.
No, just thankful for the technology. Yeah, we got FaceTime and those sort of things. You can call the kids. The time difference is a bit hard for the kids, but yeah, we're thankful for that. Yeah, we're just gonna Zoom call them every now and then if I got time. The kids are awake. Yeah, it was good to be away with the boys and do some bond with them, and yeah, have some good time the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Hey, Marika, I was just wondering if you'd had a chance to speak with Samu yet or communicate with him. And secondly, just wondering, as a player playing in Japan, not contracted full-time to Rugby Australia, does that make it a bit difficult now? Things like these bad injuries come up and you can't fulfill that contract. That must be very difficult for a player like Samu, I imagine.
Yes, I spoke with him. It's I don't know. It's everyone got a different type of contract on them. I don't know if it's gonna affect him or not, but I haven't asked him that question. I think I have to ask him directly.
And also, just on Hunter Paisami, might have a big opportunity at number 12. Now, I just wanted to get your thoughts on him as a player. I know that he's been coming out of his shell a bit more, trying to talk more, becoming a leader. Yeah, what have you seen from him, and do you think he's ready to step up as well?
Yes, he's a kind of different player from Samu. He's got his own game. His superpower. As in his ball skills, and he's an extra playmaker for us as well. And with the kind of energy bringing as well, as he's love to hit, put some good shot, and that's one of his superpower as well. He's, as Lenny said, if someone down like Samu, you always have someone. You have to be ready. But I reckon if Hunter got picked this week, he's going to do a very good job at 12.
Thank you.
Lenny, back home in Canberra, Stephen Larkham officially started work this week with the Brumbies. How excited is it to have him back in Australian rugby and to work with him moving forward?
Yeah, awesome to see Bernie back in Canberra. Obviously, I wasn't contracted when he was coaching, so it would be awesome for me to learn under someone like Bernie. So I'm excited. I think a lot of the boys here are excited to get back and getting to work with him. So yeah, excited.
How do you feel he can help you take your game to the next level?
I think he can help the whole back line, but for me it's kind of, I guess, position awareness, how to get into the game more, and kind of just working on the basics there. So yeah, I'm excited to work with Bernie.
Thank you.
Anything else online, guys?
Just one question. Len, when the Wallabies were playing England in Australia, there's obviously lots of noise about how big the series is, and England's a very traditional rival, same with the All Blacks. How does the team make sure that the right intensity in a place like Argentina where there's no one sort of stirring you up and you don't know anyone in the crowd? How do you build up yourselves to the right level of intensity and performance? How do you get it from within, I guess I'm saying?
Yeah, for us, obviously disappointing. We didn't get the series win over England. We did a lot of video footage to kind of see what we needed to work on. But for us as a team, being in Argentina, it's a new competition now. There's trophies up for grabs, so that's something that we're trying to work towards, winning the rugby championships, and that starts this week against Argentina. So the boys are looking forward to it.
Yeah, so you can get that sort of the right sort of level of energy just from within the group itself, getting the right sort of passion for it all.
Yeah, just I guess for us it's trying to win games. Obviously we didn't win the last two games, so for us it's about sticking to our structures and coming out with a result that we're proud of as a team. So.